I've saved my progress as almostdone.ai because we are indeed almost done with this project. It's found inside the O4 line art folder. And as you may recall, my two thin spirals have butt caps, where my big thick spiral here has a round cap. I want to change the thin spirals to match. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my wide arrow tool here. And you know what? I'm going to switch back to the single column toolbox so that you can follow along with me a little better. I'll grab my wide arrow tool because the wide arrow tool allows me to select inside of groups. And I could try to select this shape inside of the layers panel, but it's not always possible to figure out who's who inside of this panel. For example, I know it twirls this direction, and I bet it's not the thick spiral, that guy there, but is it this one? And no, that turns out to be the backmost spiral. So that's not the one I want. So there are times where it's easier to select objects here inside the layers panel, and there are times where it's easier to select them out here in the illustration window. But if I click with the white arrow on the spiral, I will only select a part of this spiral. To select the entire thing, once again, you're toggling the behavior of the tool with the Alt or Option key. So just bear in mind that Alt or Option key is kind of reversing the behavior of things inside of Illustrator, either cloning, as we've seen, or reversing behavior. So if you press the Alt key or the Option key on a Mac, you get a little plus sign next to the arrow, and that means you're going to select a whole object. So I'll Alt-click on that spiral in order to select it. That would be an Option click on the Mac. I'm still selecting that particular spiral, turns out to be the top one, independently of the rest of the group. So notice the group is not meatballed. We only have a single path selected, as indicated by the word path, on the far left side of the control panel. Now I want to give this path round caps, but I also want to give the other path, the one on the other side of the heart, that also has a 4-point stroke associated with it. I want to give it a round cap as well. So I can go up to this option, select similar objects, and I can click on it. And with any luck, that's going to do the trick. And sure enough, that went ahead and selected that similarly stroked object over on the other side. But if you need to modify the behavior of this function, notice that you can select similar objects based on all of their attributes, or just the fill color, or just the stroke color, or just the stroke weight, for example. If we went with stroke color, all these guys are black, so we would have grabbed them all. And actually, you know what? That'd be fine. Let's go with stroke color, because this guy already has a round cap, so we're not going to hurt him. So we'll get all the spirals this way. And then I'll go up to the stroke option, click on it in order to bring up the stroke panel. And notice none of the caps are selected because Illustrator is telling me, well, you have different caps. I can't show you just one cap because there are multiple caps currently in force. So you click that middle one, round cap, and they all switch to round caps like so. So remember, you have this select option that looks like an arrow with a couple of little sparklies behind it, I guess. And you can click the down pointing arrowhead in order to specify exactly what attribute you're searching for. Now I'm going to press Control-Shift-A or Command-Shift-A on the Mac to deselect the objects. I'm going to twirl close spirals. I'm going to press Control-1 or Command-1 in order to zoom out from my illustration. And this is the final version of my heart-shaped tattoo, if you will. In the next chapter, we're going to take a look at the other set of simple drawing tools inside of Illustrator, and those are the geometric drawing tools.